everyone. Welcome to another episode at Crafting Kindness. Today we're going to be doing a new Duet Flower technique by Kaplya Art and Olga. I made one here the other day and it didn't close in as well as I wanted to, so I'm switching my mold and I'll talk about that in a minute. I am using acrylic inks today, so I have here the Liquitex Plathocyan Green Blue, the Turquoise Deep, and then the Holbein Lamp Black. So the Lamp Black is really a true black. Some of the other blacks I've seen just aren't. They have hints of other like purples or blues in it. So the Lamp Black from Holbein is my favorite true black. And again with the mold, the one I used previously that didn't close all the way in the center, towards the center, not even halfway, was medium deep. It's about it's about 4/10 of an inch deep or so, but it's very wide. And so I thought that maybe if I got a mold that was less wide and just a tad deeper, this one is about a 1/2 inch deep, that maybe perhaps since it doesn't have so far to spread out towards the outer sides, that it would help close my design in a bit more. So, and then I'm just switching my colors just because. So the mold that I'm using today is Julie from Pouring Your Heart Out Rock Edge Live mold, and it's the smaller one of the two. And then I'm using Julie's Bloom paste for my white, and then I'm going to be using Colorberry's Pearl Pigment for a touch of sparkle here. I am using today the ArtPro resin from ResinPro, and I'll link that down below. I do have a discount code where you can get, I believe, $15 off your order. So I'll link that below. And Kaplya and Olga really used a super thick resin on theirs, and I don't have any really truly thick resin. And so I'm trying the ArtPro, and another reason why I'm doing the ArtPro is because I purposely want my center to close up more, and the original design by Kaplya and Olga did not close up. So it was beautiful for sure. I just prefer more designs that have those petals on the center. So I thought I needed a thinner resin anyways. So that is why I'm using the ArtPro. The white here, which is one of the reasons I'm using Julie's Bloom paste, is very opaque. You really cannot see the stick through that white, or just barely. It is one of the thicker whites, heavier whites that I've used for any technique. So that's just a tad bit of information there. And I am really excited about using the black because the black does make your primary color darker, but the true effect of that black is that it provides such a depth to the piece of art. And so I have really become quite fond of using black somehow in the pieces for that reason. So I'm just fallen in love with it the past couple of times I've used it, and I probably see myself using it some more. So as we get towards the end of mixing in the colors here, you'll really find this is quite a simple pour. So I'm first going to take my mixture of the Turquoise Deep and the Green Blue, and I am simply just going to pour that around the edges, and it will eventually close up, which is perfectly fine. But I'll pour that turquoise mixture around the edges, and then it'll move in towards the center. And then after that, you'll see that I will pour the black in a ring directly over this turquoise, which that will effectively help it close in the center here. And after the black, we will take the Colorberry Pearl mica, mixture and drizzle that over the black. And then you'll want to watch carefully with the white. Another thing that I was trying to avoid is a big white blob in the middle. And so I am very purposely, you will see, going to pour my white right up against and alongside where the black has seeped into the teal, and in between that and where that mica ring is that I just poured. So I'm trying very carefully and purposefully not to get it into that center turquoise area that still exists, where you can still see the bottom of that mold there. So I'm hoping that that helps prevent getting that big white blob. And then the final step is just pouring in the rest of a clear push. And again, when you push in fast, it allows everything to push out. And it's really quite cool because you can already see that that white in the mica had already started to creep towards the center underneath there. So it's pretty fun. And then I'm just gonna get some crushed kind of silvery, dark silvery crushed glass and put that in as my center. And then we'll let the design work. After a while, when I have you on time lapse, you'll see that I'll just do a little swirl in the middle as it closes in. I typically wait to do that until it closes in, just so I know exactly where it's closing in at and to center. So enjoy the time lapse, and I will see you back for demolding. I don't know about you, but I just love watching time lapses. They're so mesmerizing and really kind of soothing and satisfying. So I am really excited to take this out of the mold. There are some really cool deep cells, puffy cells on the back there, and then a lot more wispies than I would have imagined here in the center. So I'm really curious. I'm hoping that there's petals in the middle. So let's take a peek. Very cool. Wow. Do you see what that black does? It gives it such awesome depth. That turquoise just pops with that black in there. Look at those petals. They're beautiful. I love the blending on those rock edges too. So cool. I love it. I'm wondering with the center, it didn't close. However, I'm wondering what kind of effect that crushed glass had on it. It almost looks like with those kind of blobby pieces to the left there, that maybe the crushed glass interfered with that white moving in. I think maybe next time I might even try not putting the center in at all, like any decorative center in, and see what happens, because it looks like there's enough white there to have it had closed in. So I'll try that. But look at all those beautiful petal formations. Oh, I love it. And that really is thanks to the rock edge. Do you see some of those heavier white petals like striating out towards the top of those rock edges? That's what's pulling that in to get the rest of the petals in there. So you could use like the same recipe I had and everything, but have a different mold, and you're going to get some kind of different petals or effect. And so that's just kind of part of what resin does, as it naturally kind of gravitates in more towards the center. And so that's just something to keep in mind as you work with resin and create art with it. So, thanks for joining me on another episode. I really appreciate everybody that's liking, sharing, subscribing, all the things. And give me some feedback. Give me some information, some ideas what you want to see next. And I look forward to hearing those and getting some new pieces out to you all. Until next time, be well.